What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of SAKURA, the most useless talk show about anime and gaming. You like that? As always, I'm your host, Deez, and we're joined by NoGoodTsunax. And
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
our special guest is Be Free. What's up, Free? How you doing?
Hello, how y'all doing, man? What's happening?
Not much, man. I saw you on TikTok, and you're freaking dope, dude.
Oh,
You
man.
got a song with, was it Naruto Uzumaki,
Yes,
Melee
sir.
Flanagan, right?
Yes, sir.
How did that come about?
It was actually shoot, man. We just kind of, I don't know. I know like I always wanted a song with Naruto, so I was working on the record, and my boy was like, "Yo, bro, I feel like you should hit him up, like you should hit her up, contact her, whatever." And I was like, man, I don't know, like I don't really think it's gonna go too well. So one of my boys did. It was my birthday was coming up, and one of my boys did. It was I guess he got in contact with her. Him and my manager got in contact with her and was like, "Yo, artist named Be Free. I manage him, and he loves Naruto. He's loved. He's been, you've been the voice since he was a kid, and we have this record. It's inspired by Naruto, and we would love for you to be on it." So I guess she agreed to it, and then gave us a little shout out on the record, and then gave us, the intro that's on the record. And as soon as I heard it, I didn't know what was happening. I just sent the record out thinking it was gonna get mixed and mastered. So during mixing and mastering, as soon as I got it back, I heard it, and bro, I had tears in my eyes of how fucking happy I was. Like I don't know, I lost it.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to ask. Like for example, we on this show we just did episode 4 with
Mhm.
Valerie Rose Loman, who's the VA for Rachel from Tower of God. And a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people's like, "Yo, how did you make that happen?" I was like, "Sometimes you just gotta freaking just ask. Like, what's
yeah.
the worst that could happen? A no, and you back to square one. You didn't lose anything. Um, yeah, that's was it? It's called Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Was it
No,
over
the song's called Be Free.
Be Free?
Featuring. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and it has over 1 million streams on
No, no,
Spotify.
no, no. Teleport me.
Teleport me.
That that song that has 1.2 million
200.
on Spotify, and I think on the Be Free song featuring Naruto, I think we just hit 11K or 12K right now. So slow start, but it's picking up. It's picking up.
I was listening to your older music, from Motor City Menace to now. There's like a drastic change. There's
You
a drastic change. Where was your mindset at when you did that album?
So Motor City Menace, man, that was 2017, I believe, 2018. I just got out of a relationship, bro. Heartbreak type shit, and I don't know, man. I was super in my bag, like I was feeling, I had nothing to lose, so I kind of just let it all out, and that's where
Yeah.
like, on my shows too, we like I'm always like a rager, so I'm always like mosh pitting. I always have like people going crazy, like I'm always crowd surfing, jumping off of something. So I just kind of like put two and two together for my emotions, on record, and kind of ran with it, and then that came about. So it was really an emotional like kind of project for me. You know what I mean? I feel like I was a little too ahead of myself at the time because I was just learning how to sing and then trying to, you know, I don't know. I it was a weird chapter in my life, but it was definitely a stepping stone for sure.
Yeah, because it was you went from what shooting up the club and out of time to like teleport me and then change my life, which is honestly that's one of my favorites that you done.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know, man. Quarantine. I just kind of like came like I was just true to self. Really, I had more time to kind of step outside of like the fast lane kind of lifestyle because over here in Detroit, I was doing shows at Little Caesars Arena, working with the Detroit Pistons. I'm on the radio like 24/7 over here, and like in Detroit, I was like, yo, I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? And I was just kind of just living life. And as soon as it all ended, I kind of was like, damn, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I Be Free, the guy I've been for the past couple of years, or am I, Brent myself? So I really kind of just had a moment, and I was like, you know what, from now on, I'm only gonna do what I feel is right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I feel is true to me. And I've always been, in love with anime. I've always been in love with Naruto. So I kind of just was like, yo, what can I lose? So, and I feel like it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, so Naruto's your favorite?
Yeah, 100%.
I also think it's the best anime ever made, right, Tsuna?
It's up there, but I'm not gonna say that's my favorite or the best anime.
I gotta put my headband on right now.
Well, I got you right now, dude.
You guys really want to put on headbands?
Yes, sir.
You're a hater, Tsuna. You're a fucking hater. You're uncultured. No, yeah, let's do this.
Here we go. Yes, sir. Elite Village.
My Katsuki Itachi shit on. Can't find the ring. My daughter took it somewhere, but we're gonna have to rock with this right now. Tsuna, what's your headband?
I don't have a Naruto headband. I have a headband, just not a Naruto one.
Update. So we figured this out on the last episode, but the reason Tsuna doesn't have a face cam is because he is. Where are you at, Tsuna?
At home? I don't know.
No. You're not at home. You're not at home. I beat this man in Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, and he is in the Shadow Realm.
I think one of the best things about Naruto, in my opinion, is just like the life lessons that it teaches you. That's one of the things I like most about it. And it's not like overpowering like friendship type BS that like wins the series at the end of the day, like with a couple other anime. So I can really appreciate that about Naruto. That's why I would say it would probably be in my top 5, and if not, maybe it'll definitely be top 10 for me at least.
So what else is in your top 5 besides Naruto?
Besides Naruto, Katekyo Hitman Reborn is number 1 for me. I'll probably, although I haven't finished it, One Piece is probably be up there too. Bleach, Nisekoi, and then maybe I'll give the last spot to Naruto. I'd have to like go think about what I've been watched, and then like from there
maybe give the last spot to Naruto.
Maybe.
I
know actually Hunter x Hunter probably takes the last spot, and then Naruto. I love Hunter x Hunter.
Tsuna.
Yeah. Hunter x Hunter was amazing, bro.
We have an anime podcast. You're supposed to pronounce it Hunter. People gonna get mad.
I'm gonna call it Hunter x Hunter. People call it Hunter x Hunter. It doesn't really matter as long as you know what I'm talking about.
It does matter. You're gonna answer to these comments when this is all said and done.
All right, man.
Free. What are your top 5?
That's crazy, man. I was thinking about it. So I know I'm gonna have to give number 1 to Naruto, number 2 One Piece, number 3 Hunter x Hunter. I don't know, man. 4 or 5, I've been kind of shaky. There's just so many options. So many great ones too. I think I'll have to go with. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know Naruto would be 1 for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Then I'm gonna have to say Death Note, One Punch Man. Something I recently watched, which was dope, like in and out, was a Destructive God sits next to me. I would have to put that up there. And I say give the last spot to Bleach. Oh no. One of Suna's favorite. I will give the 5th spot to with a Testament of Sister New Double.
That is not my favorite. People gonna think I'm actually into that kind of shit, bro. That's crazy.
I'm gonna make it known that you like that type of shit. All right. Speaking about what you said about you said One Piece is on your top 5 Suna. Yeah. So, question for both of y'all: Has there ever been an anime fan base that has made you hesitant about watching that anime? The reason I asked is because One Piece is that to me. Like,
really?
You don't know, dude. Like, I got JV and like a whole bunch of people like, you should watch One Piece. You should watch One Piece. Best anime ever. If you watch Naruto, you can watch One Piece. Naruto's just as long, and it's the same thing, and they just keep bombarding me, and I'm like, yo, fuck yeah, I'm not gonna watch it now.
honestly, you're missing out. I think it's actually really great. I haven't made it like crazy far into it. I'm like still like in like probably finished like 1/10 of the anime at this point. I'm like somewhere in the 80s, so I'm not even like I'm not even at the 100 episode marker yet. It is really good. I enjoy it. A lot of the like clumsy, stupid shit Luffy does, and like the slice of life, but also like doesn't take away from the main like cast. Every character gets like their own little arc and stuff, and the character development so far has been great. So I like it, and honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Like people want to say like, oh, it's long, it's long, it's long, but they'll watch something like Naruto, and they'll go and like watch another 100 episode anime, and then they'll complain. And I don't know if y'all know this. A lot of the episodes in Naruto are filler. I think it's like 45% filler, 55% actual canon episodes. But they'll go and they'll watch the filler, but won't watch One Piece. That's dumb. But I digress. You know,
So you want to talk about free? Like every chance he gets, he'll say something about Naruto in a negative light. That's it.
it's not. It's not. I'm just pointing out facts. Look it up. Like I'm not. I'm not talking. I'm not saying it's bad. It's a bad show because of that. I'll just skip the filler and just watch the damn show itself.
Sooner.
That's
The
probably
question was,
watch it again.
has there been an anime fan base that has made you hesitant to watch it? When you talking about
The
when
only
you get
fan.
into Naruto, talking about like 45% is fillers, that had nothing to do with the question. You just want to hate.
I'm just saying, no, to answer your question, because apparently you seem to think that I'm just telling you, those people that like sit there and watch Naruto and Dragon Ball, but don't want to give One Piece a try because of how long it is, it's stupid. But what I was gonna say is, yeah, I do have a fan. The JoJo fan base just makes me not want to watch
I was gonna
JoJo.
say the exact same thing. Exact same thing.
I have nothing against JoJo, but damn, the fan base is so annoying, bro. I could be like under a post for I don't know, like something that has nothing to do with JoJo. Is that a JoJo reference? And I'm just like, come on, man. Not everything's about JoJo. And then people that watch JoJo like rock heavy with it. They always try to get me to watch it. And I'm just like, I'll get around to it, which I'm going to. But damn, does it make me hesitant to want to watch it because of the JoJo fan base. Nothing against them though. But damn, bro. Yeah, that's the fan base I'll have to say. For me at least. Makes me hesitant to watch JoJo.
I didn't get too many JoJo fans coming. I had one, but he was like a fucking little kid that went to play Call of Duty with me.
Mhm.
But no, I guess the fan base that annoys me the most is would be One Piece.
That's crazy to think about.
No, because they just they I don't know. They have the same two excuses like I said before about like, oh, you watch Naruto, you can watch this, or you should watch the greatest anime over time. Oh, what they say? What is that shit? Like, oh, a One Piece filler could be just as canon because it's like he's just going from island to island. So these adventures are, adventures normally or something like that. I don't care. I really don't care. I want to watch it, but I think I'm gonna watch it when everybody just stops bugging me. So that's what,
There's a reason that it's #1 selling in Japan and hasn't dropped in a long time. The only time that it ever got taken over was during the Demon Slayer era, because like for a bit, Demon Slayer took over it for like a week or two. But then just as soon as that was over, like One Piece back on top again. It's #1 selling in Japan for a reason. It's amazing. It's really good. I love what I'm watching so far, and I haven't even finished. Like I said, I'm like maybe 1/10 of the way through it, and I'm enjoying it. I think you would like it. I really do.
You never saw you know One Piece?
I never started One Piece.
What?
I told you, man, it's the fan base that annoy me, dude. They just annoy the fuck out of me.
I mean, One Piece is long, but it's definitely worth it. Like my boy, he's on his 4th time starting it over again because he loves the series so much.
Okay, that's a little crazy. 4
I'm saying,
times?
I wanna rewatch it too because I'm all caught up. One Piece is the only anime, is only manga I don't read because I love the animation so much. I just love like the dialogue. I love everything about it, bro. I just don't want to ruin, the animation for me. I just don't want to do it. So everything else I'll read it. I'll check into it. But One Piece, bro, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's hard to explain, but it's definitely top 5 for sure. It's definitely like a big deal. It's one of my favorites, bro. I feel like you should give it a try. Definitely.
I really do, dude. Yeah, I agree with him. You should definitely give it a try, man.
Mm-hmm.
I really think you'll like it. Like, I get people are annoying you to watch it, but it's for a good reason. It's #1 in Japan for a reason. It's not just like people just like dick riding it for no reason. Like, it's actually really good.
Right. So we'll do this. We'll do this. Free said that he plays Smash. Right.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'll send him a friend code to a beast. All right. My
All right.
personal friend, Mask. If you can beat him,
Okay.
I will watch. I will start One Piece. Matter of fact, not just started. I would do 100 episodes in a month.
Yo,
That's a bet.
that's that. Yeah, that's a very good bet.
I would do 100 episodes in a month. Now, if you don't beat him, we gotta figure out something for that. We gotta figure out something like that. Do you? You don't really. You play Switch, so you don't have none of the games that I have. Fuck.
I mean, I have Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation, but I just been on my Switch heavy because I'm always on the go so much, you know.
Okay. Who do you main in Smash?
Man, I have a lot of mains, but I would say my top 3 probably have to be Link, Terry, and it's between either Joker, Banjo, or Hero. So,
Hey, those characters are.
huh?
No, those characters are fun. I love Joker.
Yeah. And then Mario too as well. I'm pretty decent at Mario.
Oh, I got it. If you cannot beat him,
Mm-hmm.
if you're ever in New York,
Okay.
I want to wear the panda suit.
You want to wear the panda suit?
I want to wear the panda suit.
I bet. Let's make that happen. Bet.
What? Alright.
Yeah, he has videos with like this panda like dancing with him in the background. I think you did a live on TikTok when your song was coming out and he was there rocking with you and shit. I think you were on the bed above him and shit.
Oh yeah, we were just dancing. Yeah.
I want to do a video in the panda suit. That's it.
We'll do it. Where in New York? Where in New York you at?
I'm near Manhattan. Well, I'm in Jersey now, but I guess the closest place would be Manhattan or anywhere else.
I bet.
It's easy for me to get there. I'm like 20 minutes out.
Sure. We'll make it happen.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. So, what is the anime you watch like you rewatch the most? You said your friend watched like freaking One Piece 4 times.
Well, besides Naruto, right now I'm on my 5th time watching Hunter.
Which what?
My 5th time Hunter.
Okay. Thank you for saying it right.
Yeah. No, I'm just I'm saying yeah Hunter though.
Yeah. Yeah, certain people can't say it right. Fucking. Mine would be fucking of course Naruto, and there is something I watched a lot too. High School DxD would be another one.
Really?
Yeah, the story's dope. The story's dope. Well, on top of the titties, but the story is dope.
What about you? You rocking with Boku no Pico?
No. That's SAKURA. SAKURA likes lollies and Boku no Pico.
Yeah, you know anime that I forgot to put in my top 5? Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh man, how did I forget to put that on my top 5?
All right, so your favorite anime is Naruto. What do you think about Boruto?
Man. Oh my god, like you know what I'm saying? I gave it a chance probably like 3 times. I couldn't do it. It's just I don't know. It don't feel the same way. You know, I'm like when Naruto started, it started off action packed. You know what I'm saying? Everything you got. You know, Zabuza. You got the tuning exam. We saw Garo. We saw Lee. We saw literally everything. So much action. So much just shit to look forward to. And you get Boruto and like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems
spoiled.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what? Like, what is this? I can't even tell you like the first thing. Like, I think I lost it. I think I don't know if this is the first or second episode. I forgot which one it was, but remember when they had that I don't know a thing, but it was taking over Boruto's friends.
That little dark spirit thing.
Yeah, that dark spirit thing, and then bro took the train and then ran into. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with like this? Is not even cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just
No.
like, this is boring to me. It made no sense. Like, but the beginning of Boruto when you seen Boruto in the future when he was fighting bro.
Yeah, Kawaki.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, yo, this is about to be lit. And then no.
Well, that's supposed to be like that's the manga arc. I think
Yeah.
right now they're doing stupid shit in the anime, like shit that's supposed to happen before.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to see that. Like I don't want to see that, dude. I think today, at the time of recording this, they're doing another filler episode. Next week is supposed to be where the Kara arc starts. That's where the manga arc
Mhm.
is. But today's another fucking Chocho episode about like loving your body and shit. Like, all right, that's a good message, but I don't
Yeah,
want to see. I think the
great.
first one they did was like her like being a bodyguard for like this like actor type shit, right? It was a soap opera
Yep.
in the hidden league,
Yeah.
and she made herself skinny just so she could get the dude and shit. And I'm like, I don't want to see this shit. I think I know a lot of people stopped watching the anime just off that episode. And their fillers are like, all right, so they have a lot of great characters. So
Mhm.
the thing with Boruto is like like Boruto's not even my favorite character. Like I like Shinky. Shinky's dope. That's Gaara's son. He's fucking dope. I think I always like the Sand Village their ninja designs. Like
Yeah.
from Gaara, Tamari, Kankuro, and then now with like Shinky, Yoda, and I forgot the other person's name in that 3-man group. But they're just designs is freaking dope.
Mhm.
Other characters' fights are dope. Like they had Kankuro fight Orishiki or whatever his name, his puppets and shit like that.
Yeah.
And that fight was dope. Tamari and Shikadai's fight was
Yeah.
freaking dope in that arc. But like other people's parts are way better than Boruto in it. I think Boruto had one good fight with Shinky or like when they did that movie when he was with his father and Sasuke.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't. If it comes with Boruto, I really don't know. I'm not really up to date with it. But I just can't do it.
I kept watching it for some reason. I know it's bad, but I just I fucking it's like you going down the highway and you see a car wreck and like you know it's bad, but you have to just keep watching it,
Yeah.
and it's bad. I'm just waiting for this arc next week to start, and
Yeah.
then I'll. But I do want to start reading the manga because everybody's like, oh, just read the manga. It's way better than the fucking anime ever will be.
I'll check it out, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a fourth try, a third
No,
try.
start next week because today's the Chocho episode.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so start next week with the car arc. They do stupid fillers. They have dope characters, but they don't use them. So like they
Shit.
have like
What?
Metal Lee,
Yeah.
but they won't do an episode on. They'll do an episode about this 3-man group. They did like 4 episodes about this 3-man group. Actually, no, I think that was just one arc. They did like 2 or 3 arcs,
Mm.
and one dude turns himself into a cat. So it's like you know on Fire Force, I think is it Maki, the one that has like the fire cat ears and shit. She turns herself into a cat. That's pretty much what he does. And then on his team is this girl who cries a lot, and she uses her crying and screams to like as a jutsu to like hit people with like a sonic wave. It's stupid. And then they have a samurai, which could have been dope from like the Iron Village or something like that. Samurai.
Yeah.
And she could have been so dope, but she's like so like stuck up and prude that he just made us not even fucking like her. Um start next week free. don't
Yeah.
don't get into it.
I think the last Boruto episode I seen was I forgot his name, but it was with it's Konohamaru's boy. And remember how when they were younger he always had the snot. And
Oh yeah.
I saw that episode. I think it was their tuning exam actually. Was that? And like what the fuck was that? And he was like, yo, what was your power? And he was like, oh, and then he did that web of snot or whatever. I'm like, what the bro? What is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't do it.
What is that? And then they fucked up. What is that? What is that? Teaching? Is it? It's not Kurina, right? No. Anko. They made her like supersized and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know why they did that, bro. And then Shino is just, you know,
Well, Shino was always someone you laughed at. Like
yeah,
even with
but he,
Naruto, they always cut him off, but they just kept on with the gag.
yeah, but I feel like he would have, you know, like just like at least a better position than a teacher. Like I don't know, how they portray him in Boruto is kind of like not an airhead, but just I don't know, like he doesn't have control of his class. You know what I mean? And I get it because Boruto's in it, but still, it's like, damn, man, like I don't know.
No, they should have made him better than a teacher because they fucking with that dark thing. You seen a fight where it's like Shino versus was it Mitsuki and Boruto?
Um,
Yeah, so that dark spirit thing when he was seeing the dark thing, whatever his freaking
yeah,
called,
he got taken. Yeah, Shino got taken over by it.
and it showed how powerful he really is, dude.
Yeah,
Like they fucked up Konohamaru too. I know in like the graphic novels, they went into like more of his history after,
mm-hmm.
and he's a fucking beast. Like he knows so much more than they have him using like scientific tools and shit. It's like he doesn't need that.
Yeah.
He's a like he's just fucking dope. So they fucked him up too. I I think in the anime they do him a lot more justice than whatever they got on right now on the anime.
I think the only reason I can't fuck with it is because and I understand why, but like the first 20 episodes of Naruto, like Bree was saying, had like Zabuza, had like a couple episodes later, there was a tuning exams with people dying and stuff.
Yeah.
You all have a chance to fail the test and stuff, and like never be able to graduate again. Like it felt like the stakes were higher, and then you have Boruto fucking around chasing a cat. Like like man, like how do you go from that to that? And I understand that they're not at war anymore. The world is at peace, but like, damn, does it feel like it's like such a letdown to me. And I know that it starts off like with the manga is gonna be better and stuff with the arc that's incoming, but just it feels like such a long stretch to get to good stuff. I don't know, man. That's why for me is like I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it either.
What is it? What is your favorite OP?
Damn, what season of that? It's Naruto. I was just thinking it. I think it's season 5 of Naruto, not Shippuden. It's like
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
I think mine would be like Silhouette. Silhouette's dope. Bluebird is another one of my favorites.
That's a classic, bro.
I think my favorite is OG Naruto. It's I think I want to say it's opening 4. It's the one where it has like the symbolism with it, where it has like Sasuke's hand holding onto the headband when Naruto and Sakura are there. Then his brother and Orochimaru pop up and he drops it, and then
It's
like
not signs, right?
nah, it's not signed. It's like the OG Naruto. I forget what it's called, but I think if you see it, you'll remember it.
I think it was that the one. It was like I forgot. It was like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's just fire.
Yeah, yeah, I love that one. That was my favorite one. I think out of all the Naruto openings, and then Shippuden, I probably have to give it to the one where it has Naruto reading Jiraiya's book. I forget how it goes exactly, but that's the one I like the most. Shippuden. Actually, one of the more recent ones, line where it has like Naruto chasing after the crystal while like Sasuke's trying to like to swat it away and like cut it down. I like the symbolism behind that one too. So if I had to say, those would be my favorite. That being said, Free, do you like? I think everyone can agree that Naruto has like some good symbolism, like never give up and stuff. Do you take some inspiration from the show into like to your own music?
100 every day,
like
bro.
every day.
If it wasn't for anime, bro, I don't even know who I'd be. I probably just
Yeah.
honestly, it just anime as a whole, it gives you so many values and principles as a person, like, you know, friendship, loyalty, integrity, trust, just like, I don't know, like everything that I do, it's, you know, we always compare it to an anime. Like right now, we'd be like, oh, like my boys, we all watch anime together. We all are like super anime heads. So my whole crew, they all work with me. So like, we're our own like marketing team. We're our own label. We're our own everything, and they're all like a part of the whole journey. And right now, we're like, yo, if this is One Piece, like, what arc would we be in? We're like, I don't know, man. Some are like, we be in Zo, or like, oh, we be in Wano, or 3D2Y. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man. Well, it just makes us feel good because it's like, even though like, you know, like the One Piece or like to become Hokage, like we haven't really got the title yet, but we're still working hard every single day, sticking together, staying true to ourselves to make sure that we all hit the same end goal. Because we all have like, you know, different dreams, but we're all in it together. You know what I mean? And that's how like anime is portrayed in a way. So, you know.
Hey, that's actually a real fire answer. I like that. Hey. Nah, but I feel you. That's the thing. Like some people don't like anime and stuff because like it looks cartoony and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know, it's not the same as cartoons. I mean, cartoons like to me, cartoons are just like episodes of like I don't know, like for example, Johnny Bravo, like he just messing around trying to get girls or whatever. But
Yeah.
every episode doesn't have like an underlying theme, at least from what I can recall, right? But it's like with Naruto or something, you have like, hey, you know, I'm not giving up on Sasuke throughout most of Naruto and the Shippuden, like, you know, reach your goal, I want to get there type thing. And that's something I love. Anime always seems to have like an underlying like theme of either it could be friendship usually, but for me, like that's something I love about anime. And I feel like some people don't understand that. They seem to think that it's something like I said, like cartoons, like Johnny Bravo, Courage, and stuff like that. And some people seem to think that, but for me, it's always been like a motivation. I can't really mess with cartoons as much, maybe occasionally, right? But for me, it has to be anime, just because I love the art style usually, and because the underlying messages sometimes can be very powerful. So,
That's true.
do you ever have like? And this is the question for me to you. What? And because for me, right, I watch anime movies. I watch quite a lot of anime too. I've had a few moments where I couldn't hold it in, man, and I had to cry. Do you have any scenes, moments that made you really, really emotional that you'd like to share with us?
Let it out, Free.
We were just talking about it. When one part was like I was talking about 3D2I when the Straw Hats were trying to fight Bartholomew. I don't know if you got I don't you know really watch.
Not that.
Nope.
So basically
About that.
he's a warlord and I forgot what the term was called, but basically they sent all like the warlords and everybody after Luffy and the Straw Hats because Luffy punched Celestial Dragon in the face. The Celestial Dragon is somebody who is like they're untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Like like they get away with anything. Like what they did to Sabo, crazy. Like Celestial Dragons, bad people. So Luffy ended up punching the Celestial Dragon because they were at an auction. They were trying to sell, or he shot. I forgot his name. The octopus guy. Forgot his name, but anyway, yeah. So they send out all the warlords and all the marines and everybody after the Straw Hats, and Luffy is never like he's never been like a hoe, never been a bitch. He's always down to fight, right? But then when he realized there was nothing he could do, and he told all his crew like, "Yo, everybody run, everybody just leave. We'll meet up. Like just go, run." And he watched every single Straw Hat member disappear. And when Luffy was just laying on the ground, crying, beating the grass, and just saying like, he's like, I'm so weak. I can't protect my own friends. I can't protect my own family. And he was like, please, like, you know, it just hurt, man. I was like, oh my God, bro, Luffy, I feel your pain, man. Like, I'm so sorry. Cause like, I would imagine that happening to you. You know what I'm saying? You're watching all your best friends that you're with every single day disappear, vanish right in front of your eyes. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know, man. That was definitely a big tearjerker. Another one was in Hunter x Hunter when P2 and Kite, P2, Kite and Gon are gone. When Gon took her back to Kite and was like, all right, bring him back. And she goes, well, since you waited, I got to be honest. And then he was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I can only control his body. He's been dead ever since our battle. And man, I was like,
oh my God.
Right.
They see Gone after that, just sitting there and shit.
crying. The thing that hurt me the most was how optimistic he was because remember she had hurt her hand and she pulled out the Dr. Blythe again.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
no, Pito was just kidding. She can heal Kite. She's going to. And she starts healing herself right in front of him. I was like, no! Oh, that's so
I felt
fucked.
so bad. I was like, bro, it's gonna be okay.
That one hit me really deep too. I think my favorite one from Hunter x Hunter is that scene with Milram and Komugi at the end, and he wanted to spend his last moments with her,
Plain shows
and like still there and stuff. Like that hurt me so bad. Milram
that
is one of my
scene is
favorite
beautiful because it's like fading
Yeah.
away, and he's like, "Are you still there?" And she's, yes, I'm still here. And then he
Oh.
asks again, and it just keeps fading away, fading away. That was another good one. That was another good one. The Jiraiya is always Jiraiya's death is always one.
Huge tearjerker.
Asuma's death, because of the way Shikamaru took it.
And then I didn't realize this when I was younger, but he helped Naruto with his Rasengan.
Yeah, with the chocolate braids.
Yeah, and I was like, we were talking about this a couple of days ago. My boy was like, "Yo, he helped Naruto with his Rasengan." And I was like, I think I remember that, and he showed me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Bro, that is so sad, bro." And then what's her name? She ended up being pregnant.
Kurana.
Yeah. I was like, oh my, that's so sad, bro.
You know they did a fucking Mirai Saratobi arc in Boruto. That's the daughter of Asuma and Kurenai. Like she's like a Jonin.
I think. And then what is she like fighting like Hidan or something like that, or?
Yeah, Hidan's like disciples and shit like that.
Yeah, I was like, I guess, you know what I mean. Like I didn't watch it, but I seen some of it. Like, that's kind of cool.
It was dope because Kakashi and Guy was there. So the whole point was like to get Kakashi to a sacred place. Kakashi kept calling it a sacred place the whole time. He's like, your job is to protect me and Guy as we go to the sacred place, right? They did all this work. Like she learned how to like use her genjutsu and shit like that, mixed with her fire and everything. So that was pretty dope. But the big payoff was at the end, and Kakashi's rolling up Guy in the wheelchair to like this tree, and she goes, "Oh, this must be the sacred place. What's so special about this place?" And Kakashi goes, "Well, this was the place where the scene in my favorite book, Make Out Paradise, was shot in the movie," and she lost it. So that was his secret. Yeah, apparently in this world they turned Make Out Paradise into a movie, and there was a scene in the movie that was filmed right there, and his whole mission was to get right there. So she was like, I did all this work just to get you here. Like, this is your sacred place. Like, this is the shit that you got me fighting people for. And so that was it.
Wow.
And correct me if I'm wrong, isn't technically Hidan still alive, just like chained underground or something? Or did he die from like hunger or something? Because he was technically immortal, wasn't he? Or does that not include hunger, sleep?
I think someone said he died from like hunger. I don't know. Yeah, because if that was the case, I think they would have been dug him up or something.
For an arc.
But SAKURA, you said something interesting a couple minutes ago when we were talking about Hunter x Hunter and the parts that make us cry. Right? And we had arguments about this plenty of times. So we're going to ask Be Free to settle this for us.
How do you know what you're going to ask?
Because you said, when you were referring to Pito, you said she was healing herself. No. You said she was healing herself.
Oh my god, bro.
Now, I think Pito's a girl. SAKURA thinks Pito's what, a boy or something like that?
Matter to me. It's an ant, dog. I'm not gonna put it. It's an ant.
Pito's a girl. You even referred. You just said herself.
Well, yeah, because I know you call it a girl. So, but I know that Pito is an ant to me. I am not ever gonna put a gender on ants. They're ants. They're ants.
Any animal has a gender, SAKURA.
All right, but it's still an ant.
But they have genders. like cows are girls, bulls are boys.
Oh, Christ. You know what?
You know what, Free? What do you think about this argument that we've been having for 4 episodes?
Yeah, if Pito is a girl or an ant, that's the argument.
A girl ant or a boy ant? That's what you're gonna say because he wants to just keep it an ant.
It's just
and I thought, in my opinion, I thought it was a girl ant. You know what I mean?
There you go.
A girl, like she looked like, you know, the girl ant.
There you go, Suna.
what it is to me, and I am not gonna. People just like to put a gender on it so they can sexualize the damn ant, and I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna say it's an ant, and you know.
No one's sexualizing it. We're just giving it a gender.
Oh, but when people, the moment you put a gender on it,
no.
Rule 34 is gonna go crazy with it. I'm not putting a gender on it. To me, it's always been an ant. To me, it doesn't matter. It's just an ant to me. But I get what you mean because some of the like, ants were like, you could tell they were more of like they devoured a female or a male person, and that's where the characteristics came from. But to me, it's still an ant.
Another interesting thing about Hunter x Hunter, I don't know, you know how in the Zoldyck family, how they said all the Zoldycks were boys, and I thought that Killua had 2 sisters, but apparently they're boys.
That the girl who helped wait. Didn't he call her sister? The girl that helped out Gon, right?
Mm-hmm. And then the one that joined the Phantom Troop.
Yeah.
I thought they were girls, but apparently they're both boys.
I gotta rewatch that.
I seen a whole thread on Twitter and then Reddit, and I was a whole debate about it, and I'm like, I was like, wow, I had no idea, you know. But Killua did say, like, I forgot the name of the sister that helped, helped Gon.
I'm pretty sure her name was Aluka, though, right?
I think so. The one with the where she can grant through a wish if you do through her requests.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. There was a whole debate about it, but apparently all Zoldyck family are boys.
That was a weird power because but Killua did figure it out, so he could not get fucking like hurt by her.
Mm-hmm. He was the only one though that could really like use her power. You know what I'm saying? Kind of to his advantage, but you know.
Rip Hunter x Hunter, man. I don't think. Damn, dude. I really wanted to come back and continue. Anything could happen. I mean, we got Bleach coming back.
Yeah, but the problem with Bleach has been finished for a while. That's the thing. It's just that the fans have always been supporting the series, like through Bleach Brave Souls and like these other Bleach games and stuff. And like, the demand for it was still there. Like the Bleach fans haven't really, like, so few people dropped the series, but the Bleach fandom was still always there. So, and since they were supporting the other stuff, they decided to bring it back. From what I see. So.
But I'm pretty sure if there was a Hunter x Hunter game, people would.
But the thing is, Bleach has been done. Hunter x Hunter is on hiatus because the author is having health problems.
And yeah, they didn't even finish the Dark Continent, right?
Yeah, I was trying to read that. But...
If you could turn one anime into a game, what would it be?
A lot of the games that are like animes are already games from what I could think of. Like Dragon Ball's already a thing, Pokemon's already a thing, Yu-Gi-Oh's already a thing. Like,
yeah. And then they got One Piece games, Naruto games.
Yeah, you have One Piece games. Yeah.
The My Hero game, I wasn't really a fan of.
I feel you on that.
I wasn't a fan of the My Hero game.
A lot of the animes are already games, honestly.
Yeah.
I think for me it would have to be Darwin's game. I don't know if you ever saw that anime. It's on Funimation. I think it only has 1 season because it just recently came out a couple months ago. But it's pretty much like a battle royale, like set in real life. Mm-hmm. So like this is an app on the phone. You touch it and like a snake bites you, and automatically it gives you one random power. And at any moment, anybody in the world could just challenge you, and you can't say no. And it's a fight to the death, or is a like if you have enough points, you could avoid death, but you just lose a lot of points. And then you use those points as money. But so if you die, like your body digitalizes and it just disappears. Mm-hmm. But it's if you like battle anime or battle manga, it's a lot of fighting. And it's set in the real world. So I think one time they shut down this whole city, and they said you got to collect these coins that we're putting up, and the only way you can see it is through the phone, through the app. And like I think one guy has a power up where he just like shoots a whole bunch of guns, and the one controls plants. Our main character can create anything he has ever touched. So if he held like an AK, he just pulls out the AK out of nowhere and just shoots you.
Yeah.
But that's dope because you can pretty much use it as a battle royale, give everybody like a random like power up every time you load in. I would say that game.
It's interesting.
But yeah.
Sounds dope though. That sounds like it'd be kind of cool.
It's a dope anime,
That does
man.
sound like a pretty good.
I think there's only like 12 episodes. It's pretty dope.
So, what do you think is your genre like of anime? Like, what do you like? Because for me, it'd have to be like romance and action and like adventure anime for me. And shonens are like they fit that genre, but like or those requirements, I just say. But I want to say like, what is your favorite genre of anime? Like, what do you look for? Like, what's appealing to you that makes you think like, hey, I kind of want to watch this, you know?
I don't know. I kind of like it. Depends on the cover for me sometimes. I mean, like shonen, obviously, action adventure. But if the cover looks lit, then I'll watch it for some reason. Like I remember, and this was a mistake I made. It wasn't a bad mistake, but I was on live yesterday. I was on TikTok live, and they were asking me like, what's my least favorite anime that I ever watched? And I couldn't remember the name, but they actually told me the name of it, and I saw the title and I saw the cover, and it was called Mysterious Girlfriend X, and basically it was weird. It sounded cool as fuck. I'm like, yo, this shit sounds lit. Mysterious Girlfriend X. I'm like, what's that about? She got some type of power. I'm like, fuck it. I'm about to watch it. So yeah, I'm probably like 6 to 9 episodes in and shit, and then I noticed almost every episode ends the same, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, maybe she's like this she's this girl who can like spit on her finger, put it in his mouth, and the guy will get powers or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. And I noticed they're just going out on dates, enjoying themselves, and I was just like, yo, yo, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, all right, let me just read about it. Let me read the description about it. And then I was like, yo, I've been wasting my time this entire time. So, yeah, that was it was one of my like weird experiences, bro. I was like, what the fuck is this? But I don't know. Yeah, I look for like an adventure.
It's crazy that you mentioned that. I think in episode 2, I said, what was the worst anime you watched? And Suna answered, that.
I didn't say
so funny.
I watched that such a long time ago. I forgot the premise of it, but I remember that supposedly when her saliva goes in his mouth, he can like I don't know what the fuck it was exactly, but like there was like heightened senses. I want to say like there was that one scene when she was in the box, remember, and she was naked, and he didn't know that. So when he put her saliva in his mouth, he could automatically tell that she was naked in the box. I'm like, what kind of nonsense? And in that scene where they were in the park and she was sweating or something, and like she fed him,
wanted to lick it,
and he wanted to lick her sweat because it smelled good. I remember that, and at that point I realized like, what the hell am I watching? I watched that such a long time ago. Like, I was so much younger, and I was like, oh my god, what did I watch?
I thought it was gonna be like My Hero, like, oh, you know how All Might gave Midoriya some hair and was like, yo, eat this. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, it's gonna happen. But nah, bro, I was just like, yo, what is this? It just it makes sense.
100%. That anime was one of the weirdest ones I've ever seen, man.
I gotta be honest, dude. So Suna and I are planning to do like an ecchi episode, and he mentioned about like the sweat and everything. So I was like, you know what? Let me do some research. So 2 days ago, I did start watching Mysterious Girlfriend X, dude, and it is stupid weird, dude. It is the dumbest shit I've ever seen, dude. So I can say this because this is fresh. Just like 2 days ago. Even up to yesterday, I even watched another episode. I think I have like 3 more episodes left of the whole series. But it's so fucking weird because even when she's swimming, and then like this other girl has a crush on her, or some shit, and she's like, "Oh my god, her armpits look so kawaii," and I'm like, okay, But she also has that thing like, so she'll be talking and like, I don't believe you, and then she'll put her finger in the girl's mouth and then suck the jewel and be like, so you were thinking about this. You also want him to call you by your first name, and it's stupid, and it's also weird because apparently they're like sharing memories or sharing like feelings, or I should say like daydreams, like through Drew. And Drew is supposed to be, I don't know, it's nasty, but even that part where he's like there at the park and he's like, oh my god, her sweat smells so fucking good. I would suggest nobody watch that. I would put up there with that anime where that guy drinks titty milk to get like strong and shit like that. Yeah, you looking at me like that, right? This guy runs around drinking titty milk to get like super powered up and shit.
What?
Dude,
yeah, send me that. I want to watch that. That shit's weird. I want to watch that.
I'll find out. I know my wife knows anime because she was like, you should watch it. I'm like, no. Like, but you watch High School DxD. I'm like, yeah, High School DxD. Yeah, but it has a story and it's dope. I'm not gonna watch a guy running around like drinking titty milk and shit. But I'll send it to you free. I see what type of anime you into.
Nah, I want to go downstairs like, yo, I got this new anime we about to watch. I think I'll be like, oh, that. And if it's weird, hey, I don't know. I'll watch it though. It sounds interesting and entertaining, but it does sound weird though. Okay.
Nah, I think she said it was. I think she said it was good. I'm not gonna watch it because there's like a couple other things I need to watch, but I still gotta finish watching Hitman Reborn. I know that's Suna's favorite anime.
It is.
Yeah,
it's honestly a very underrated show in anime. So if either y'all haven't watched it, I recommend it. It starts off very like slice of life, and then it goes into like a battle manga type anime or battle anime. So I think it's great. So I would recommend it to any of y'all. It's underrated. It's a gem too, I think. It's on Crunchyroll.
What are you watching now, Free? As far as anime wise,
just Hunter x Hunter. Actually, I could tell you right now. I was just on Crunchyroll. There's actually one anime that I was watching. It's only one season of it, and I just stumbled across it by accident. But I'm actually fucking with it, bro. Like, here, I think it's called Muhyo and Roji's Bureau of Supernatural Investigations.
Send me that. You're gonna have to send me that. That sounds. Yeah. What is it about?
Basically, this guy is like they know how to exercise like evil spirits and shit like that. And one guy's like very small, kind of like has a head like Stewie Griffin, and another guy is like he's training like under a bro, and I think he's like an exorcist or like some type of I think he's an exorcist. And they basically take care of like evil spirits and shit like that. And it's pretty interesting. It's only one season, but yeah, it's pretty dope. I'm trying to catch up on Dr. Stone. I didn't really get a chance to check that out.
I hear Dr. Stone's good, but I haven't checked it out either. So.
Dr. Stone's really good, dude. Stone Wars comes out in January. I went to AnimeCon next year. I'm hoping it's not canceled this year, but most likely it will be.
Which one?
I went to New York City AnimeCon last year.
Okay. We have one down here in Detroit called YumaCon in November, and it's pretty lit. So I'm excited. I'm hoping that it goes there because I go there every year, and you know what I mean, they have like their little events, and they have like the game room and press conferences, and then this like little rave thing at the end of daylight savings time, so it goes like an hour longer, but yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I went last year, and they had the big Dr. Stone panel, and the guy who writes it, he fucking did like I think in like 10 minutes he knocked down 3 drawings, and they were like super dope. I was up there like jumping off my seat, raising my hand, acting like a girl fan, trying to get a picture, but I didn't get one, so I was a little ticked off on that. They did have a Promised Neverland panel. That was the best panel I've ever been to. Because they had the Japanese voice actress who plays Ray. And I don't know, have you watched Promised Neverland?
Yeah.
So you know that scene, spoilers alert for everybody, but where he's putting the gasoline over his head and he's talking to Emma. She did that scene and like you could just feel the goosebumps and like from everybody in the room. But like when the panel started, you they played the OP, and you hear na 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 na, and everybody just started singing, and you hear the guitar come in and everything. I say that was my favorite freaking panel, dude.
Wow, that sounds lit, bro. That sounds so dope. I would have been going crazy, like, yeah.
No, everybody was as soon as the OP from the start, because they started off with the OP.
Mm-hmm.
That it was on high all throughout, and then especially they killed it with like her just reading the actual part with the gasoline scene and shit. That was dope.
Yeah, that anime's fire. So good.
That was dope. But I do want to go back to get Sasuke's sword. Last year I didn't get it. I think they had it for like 40, and I was like, man, I don't want to walk. I don't want to walk back with this shit. But next year, well, whenever they have it, I will get it.
I got Sasuke sword. I got that. I got that in Toronto at some like cool gift shop, whatever. I was like, oh shit, just bought it. It's pretty cool though. I use it in my TikTok sometimes.
Nice. What are you gonna do when TikTok shuts down?
Shoot, I'm actually right now. That's why I'm like, I'm not really too worried about it because we built a great like foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like a great a great fan base and a great like just community within itself. So right now I'm just trying to convert. My conversion rate is like phenomenal too. Like from TikTok to Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Like the conversion rate is like it's going up every single day. Like I think 2 days ago I went up 984 followers on Instagram just from telling people. I was like, it was the day that TikTok went down, and I was like, yo guys, I don't know how long TikTok's gonna last, so just follow me on follow me on Instagram. I went up 941 followers just overnight.
You think it's? I don't think it's gonna go down. I think it's just.
I hope it's not, because that would suck. They're trying to ban it in the U.S. and everything. So.
From what I hear, if they've banned it only on government phones so far, I'm not sure if they're gonna ban it for the general public. But because what was it? It was like China has access to people's information if they're using TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that they've banned it only on government phones so far. I don't know if they're gonna plan on banning it for the general public, which sucks because like I mean I go on it occasionally, but I know like UDs and Free, you guys use it pretty often, so that would really suck.
There's a lot of guys out there, man. I remember one fan was trying to pick my brain. He's like, well, did you know this? Did you know? I'm like, bro, I didn't know. Like, I remember I did one post and I was like, fun fact, Naruto is still a genin when he became Hokage. And they're like, no, Kakashi said he was a honorary Jonin or some shit like that. And I'm like, bro, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I was like, why are you guys on my head about it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I believe that he was still a genin. You know what I'm saying? We still argue about that downstairs all the time. The only Jonin, wasn't it Shikamaru at the time? No.
Yeah, he got promoted to what, Jonin, and everybody else got promoted to Chunin because he led the rescue Sasuke thing.
That shit is dope as hell, bro.
That was dope because you see everybody get left like one by one to fight their own fights and shit.
Yeah, and see, shit like that don't happen in Boruto, bro. Like, they don't activate like that, bro. But in Naruto, I just remember seeing that shit and just being like, what the fuck? Choji? Like, you had this? You know what I'm saying? Like, even Ino had her time to shine. Kiba had his time to shine. Like, everybody had their time to shine. And then, the Sand Ninja came through. Kankuro came through. Gaara came through. And even Lee, bro. Lee is a beast, bro. He is a beast, man. That was crazy.
To this day, people need to put respect on Choji. Choji was the only one who won his fight without any help, bro.
Yeah, he was messed up, man.
Yeah, Choji had that butterfly thing, right? He used that. It was kind of like his version of Eighth Gates. What was the first anime you ever watched, Free?
The first anime. It's funny. I think besides like Dragon Ball Z, first anime I think I remember younger. It was one of them was Bobo.
Wait, say one more time. Say one more time.
Right? Isn't that it? Bobo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Where he had like he had like an afro and it was like yellow. He had like yellow afro, then he or blonde afro, and then he had like his nose like hairs would bite people and shit like that. Remember that? Or
Yep,
am I
yep.
tripping? I
Well,
don't know.
I never watched that.
you know, oh,
And
that's
then,
actually Shonen Jump anime. Like, I didn't even know it was anime back in the day. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's one of the things that to this day, as a kid, I watched. And I'm like, bro, that's Shonen Jump anime. I was what?
yeah, yeah. And then what's another one? I know like Inuyasha. Um, what else? Yu Yu Hakusho. And then DBZ were kind of like my first. Those are like my first four that I've ever like really like remember watching because I remember it'd be like Powerpuff Girls would be on and then like randomly blah 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 on Cartoon Network or something like that. And I'm like, what?
So I guess where I started like really getting into anime was somebody was like, just watch Death Note.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was like, okay. And I watched it and I loved it. Well, I loved the first half. And then when L took that L, it was okay.
Yeah.
But I say that's what started me like into like wanting to watch more.
Mm-hmm.
They fucked up the live adaptation.
Oh, I didn't even bother. I was like, yeah, I know it's gonna be a whole bullshit, so I didn't even bother.
No, don't. You would literally get pissed, dude. They so I think it would have been a good movie
Mm-hmm.
if they would have just changed it. Like if they would have just said, all right, this is a different book from like a different time period with different characters. Because a Shinigami could just drop his book. He could just drop it anywhere. Like it doesn't. You don't have to say this is Light Yagami, and make that dude stupid as hell. Like Light is supposed to be fucking smart, but you
Yeah.
got him like in like the first 10 minutes going to Misa. Actually, her name's not Misa. I think it's like Mia.
Uh-huh.
Mia Sutton, I think. And like the 10 minutes, he goes, "Hey, remember that guy that died outside of school? I killed him. I got this book." What? And then you got L, which everybody was hating because he was black. I don't care. As long as you play it right, right? The first half he was good. Like he was sitting on the chair and everything. He had the habits, the manners. Like okay. Besides Ryuk, which they did a great job at, I was like, L's gonna be another great one, dude. He's doing it right. And then they have him until they have him running down the street with a gun, like crying, screaming. I'm like, all right, they fucked it up. But Bleach was pretty good. The Bleach adaptation was good. Bleach
Yeah.
was good. Have you seen the Bleach one?
I have not. I have not. Usually, I don't even want to see the adaptations, bro. I'm scared to just like, ever since the Dragon Ball Z one, remember that one? I went to see that.
You paid money to see that?
Paid to see that, and after that, I was like, never again. I don't care. Netflix. I don't care. I don't care who it is. I'm not watching any live adaptations no more. Yeah. So.
Those are the only really well done movies, from what I can from what I've been told, and a lot of people seem to agree that the Rurouni Kenshin movies are really, really well done. The live action ones, those are the only ones worth watching, from what I hear. Just throwing that in there. And I've been wanting to ask something, Free. Since I know you do make music and stuff, what do you think? Do you have any inspiration from any other like the modern or any like other artists out there? Because for me, I'd have to say like something. One of the like my favorite artists is J. Cole. Just his lyric and everything, like the stuff behind his music, the messages. I love it. Same thing with like Kendrick. I love those, but I can't really say I like a lot of the newer stuff. Maybe Uzi, but that's about it for me, man. I was just gonna ask like any modern rappers or any maybe late rappers that you really look up to find inspiration in your own music from?
And one of the artists that really taught me to be myself. Like it's two artists. There's one that told me not to give a fuck and just unapologetically be me. And there was an artist that was like, "Yo, if you're a nerd, you're cool. If you if you dress differently and people say you dress weird, you're cool." And those two artists were Eminem, Childish Gambino. When so like when Eminem, he was always like, ballsy and was like, yo, fuck you, all this and all that. And then Childish Gambino was like, I'm too black for the white kids, too white for the black kids type situation. And I was like, okay. And like kind of saying like he was a nerdy kid and that had crushes on girls and shit, like high school, middle school type shit. You know what I mean? And then like I would say like right now, people who I'm really looking forward to, like bro, Kendrick for sure. Kendrick is like top tier. Just the way
Yeah.
that he never sacrifices, you know, his lyricism for really anybody. He kind of like tells you straight like how it is, how he's feeling, whether if it's like about, you know, the rap game, about social injustice, or just like things that are going on within the world or within himself. And I respect that, and I appreciate that. And then like early Drake, I really liked. Now he's kind of like, you know, he's on his high horse. He's like, oh, I've been here for 10 years, blah blah blah. But like early Drake was so hungry, man. Like he was just, he would just hit after hit, and everything was like a moment. Everything you could, any song, like whether if it was Marvin's Room, Headlines, or like uh,
Oh,
Hotline Bling, or Hold On, We're Going Home. You know what I mean? You feel a way towards it. So, and then you have Kanye for sure. Kanye, early Kanye though, like even a little bit of like 808's Heartbreak, Yeezus Kanye, but that was like a little too much for me sometimes. I'm like, a little too much.
You gonna vote for Kanye? Is it 2020?
Oh, I gotta vote for him?
Yeah, you're gonna vote for him? I think
man.
he said he's going for presidency, dude.
Yeah, he did say he was doing that. Yeah, I don't, I love Kanye, but I don't think he would be good president. I don't even think he knows the first steps of politics, and that's just in my opinion. I don't know Kanye. You know what I mean? So I don't. As of right now, he doesn't have no vote.
No. Plus, he's overly. I think he's like overly emotional. Too emotional for the office. That's gonna be funny. So with all this craziness going on in the world, I know I didn't get to like fully listen, but I think I was setting up and I was running around doing a couple things, but I think I saw on your Insta or something like that you did post like a song where you were talking about Black Lives Matter and shit. What is your opinion on what's going on in the world right now, and what led you, like, is that a recent song or is that a song that you been had? I know I talked to somebody else who did a song and he was like, the crazy thing was, shout out to my boy Mac, bro, but he did a song about like racial injustice. And I was like, oh man, I just seen that like 5 days ago. He was like, crazy thing is I wrote that in like 2017, and the bad thing is that it's still relevant today.
Yeah.
So what do you think about what's going on in the world? Or like, is that a recent song, or is that something that because of the things that's happening inspired you to write that?
No, that was something I just within the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I remember I told you earlier. I was trying to be like true with myself, and however I felt, I was just gonna apologetically be me, and and share my thoughts and my opinions, not to separate, but to inform and to, just bring light to the situations, because what's happening right now is it's no difference than like the civil rights movements, and like the riots in LA, and even the riots in Detroit as well. Racism is real, and what's happening to Black people within America, I think, is just right now we're at our tipping point. You know what I'm saying? So me both, I'm double minority. I'm both Black and Mexican. So just kind of seeing everything firsthand and seeing what's happening, and then like I really couldn't turn a blind eye to it. You know what I'm saying? Having a platform that I had now, I was like, yo, if I know how I feel, and I know how I view it, and how I want. I'm not gonna feel bad for being Black. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to do that, and I refuse to just turn a cold shoulder to it. So I just felt like I had to speak up about it. And I don't fuck with Trump whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck Trump. 100%, bro. Like 100%. So, and just with everything going on too, like defunding the police and everything, like I'm with all that, bro, because the police were created originally to catch and detain
runaway slaves and shit.
And like, bro, it's so fucked up when you look at American history, bro. Like, it's just so fucked up, and we're at a disadvantage, especially as Black people within America. So I just felt like I had to speak out about it, and just speak my truth, bro. Because two things that I always try to stray away from were like politics and religion. You know what I'm saying? And within politics, you also have like, you know, current events and political science and all that shit. And I was like, bro, like, fuck that, bro. I'm grown. I'm only getting older. And there's probably kids out here who are black and who are confused and who are watching the shit that's happening on, you know, TV or on Twitter or on any social media platform, you know, fearing for life, not understanding anything. You know what I'm saying? Like not being able to put two and two together because, you know, there really is no reason for them to be hated. So I just felt like I had to speak out about it, and I just did. And I probably wrote that probably a couple of weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? And just did a video to it, and TikTok took it down originally, and I sent it an appeal, and I was like, nah, bro, you guys have to leave this shit up, and they put it right back up.
Yeah, no, it's it's great, and it's sad, dude. It's sad. So that's why when I saw the song, I was like, all right, let me save this. I'm definitely gonna come back and give this a full listen to. But yeah, I'm down with the whole defunding the police and shit. I had my stints with police officers, some good, but a lot of them bad. A lot of them me just like walking down the street. Um, I grew up in a Jamaican neighborhood in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
So like I already was like off the rip knew like what to expect for just like sitting out on my stoop and shit like that. Just like cops coming like, hey, what are you doing out here? Like just chilling. Like I live here. Like what do you want? Type of shit. Getting mistaken for like just because I look Spanish, so they would call me like Jose or like some random Spanish name that they know, or like get thrown up on a fence and get like punched and then called the N word. I think that was when I was like. I think that was like that was the saddest moment of my life because I was just going to my friend's house to like watch movies.
Yeah.
And I was living with my grandma who lived in a bad area in the Bronx. Like it was super bad. I just wanted to get away. So I would just go to his house and watch movies. But I got roughed up, called the N word, and it was just. When they left, I just didn't want to do anything no more. I just didn't want to even go to his house. I just turned around and just went to bed.
It's fucked up. Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
But I'm glad I'm glad a lot of people are speaking out because right now we're living in history. Like there's gonna be some serious changes coming from all this. Yep. All right, let's ease out of that and let's get into something a little bit more lights. What is an anime that you had to drop? Like after a couple episodes, you just like, all right, this is not for me. Besides Mysterious Girlfriend X.
Damn, I literally know what it is too. I just kind of like lost interest. And a lot of people said I was crazy for it. I think it was Fate Zero or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, he goes to like, what happened, Suda? You like it?
I haven't finished the other because I know there's more than one Fate. It's like Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Fate something else, and there's original Fate. I think I only finished one of them. I can't remember, but from what I could tell, like it was pretty good. I like the stuff behind it. Like you basically summon like an ancient what is it, like a type of champion like from the past, and they come right now and fight for you, and they're basically kind of like your stand in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, I was really good. I haven't finished the other ones. I like it. So that's kind of like I can see though. Like if you're not into it, you're not into it. I understand that. For me, that's Boruto. I refuse to touch that thing. I refuse to touch that thing. Yeah. So
I think I'm the only one here that watches it.
Like I like Naruto, but Boruto's something else, man. I can't.
Alright.
I think for me it would be Plunderer. I know a lot, like the fan base is like pretty big for Plunderer. Like a lot of people love it. I've watched a couple episodes and I had to drop it. It's like very like the action seems pretty dope, but it's like kind of like rapey, and I don't like rapey anime. Like so this guy, he's like like this. I think they called like stars or something like that, white stars or something, but they're like super powered up and shit. So like it's all based on a number system. So you have a number on you, and if it goes down to 0. Like the abyss will come get you. So it's like their version of hell. And each number is like a different thing pertaining to your traits. So I believe this guy is like, he loves girls, right? So every time he gets rejected, the number goes down. But if he doesn't get rejected, the number goes up. So you want to keep that number going up. And in this civilization, like the person would like, if you higher numbers have seniority. So like if I have 100 and you have 5, I could be like, yo, free. give me that panda suit right now, and you would have to do it. Like you can't say anything. But like the main character, he's like he just wants to like see girls' panties, and he's like you see him like clawing open their legs, and they're saying no and no, and I'm like, all right, this is not gonna be for me. The fan service is just like I don't like this type of fan service, so I just dropped it.
That dude sounds super weird.
And I was just gonna add that to the homie Free, from also someone who's Mexican. I didn't know you were mixed. I'm just Mexican, but I'm living in the United States. I appreciate that you would speak out about this on your platform because not a lot of people are doing it. Some people get flack for it, but whether you choose to or not to, I think that if you don't speak up about it, you're basically paving way for the oppression. And because you chose to do so, I really appreciate you. You're a really cool guy. And I'm going to check your music out more. I haven't checked out too much. These are the one that introduced me to you. And I'm like, okay, this guy's going to be on our podcast. I'm like, yo, this guy seems really chill. And he fucks with music. And he's on TikTok. I'm like, yeah, yo, and he's a Naruto fan. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm with that. As long as it's not a Boruto fan, I'm cool with it, right? So, so I was like, all right. So I just want to say you're really chill. It was nice to have you on here, man. That's all I really wanted to add. And I like your stance. Fuck Trump, BLM, stand up, you know. Yeah.
Where can people find you, Free?
Just look up Be Free or on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, TikTok. You either look up official Be Free or look up Be Free. You'll find me there. Shoot, that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm.
Just like all the time, just like every episode, guys. On top of me, as soon as in the show notes below, there'll be a section for Be Free. Please check him out. His music's dope. Like as soon as said, I pretty much run the day-to-day with this podcast, and I was like, this dude's dope. And I told him, I was like, we're having him on the show. And he was like, okay. So there's nothing you could do about it, even if you said no sooner. So we so we had to get you. But like I said, like Suna said, to reiterate, you're a dope dude, chill. I'm looking for more music in the future, man. I'm looking forward to more content that's coming out for you. And man, thank you for coming on this show, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for having me, bro. It's fun. It don't even feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm so used to interviews like, so tell us about this, do that. And we're over here just chill talking about anime and shit, you know, like just being cool as fuck. I just feel like I'm with the homies. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. That's what we're trying to create here. Just like you can tell just off the title, it's the most useless talk show about anime gaming. That's why it's called Sakura. You know, that's why it's called Sakura. It's a play on words. We just here just talking about anime.
That's so funny, bro. Creative.
All right, with that said, guys, that is it for another great episode. I would like to thank my co-host, NoGoodTsunax, and our special guest, Be Free.